Messed up. Oh, I dropped it. I know. I did miss this. It's fine, I fixed it. Yeah, if you have a pet, you can put them in Hug'emals. The only thing I do ask is please do not put children in the show and share. I will not show your children off on stream. There's ever only been one exception, and that is because it was comparison between when said person was a child and said person was an adult. That is the only. They do, but I was gonna use them. Then I didn't. Yes. Found it. Thank you. Shared, awesome. Yeah, we'll probably do show and share after the next set of ads. For the fairy dust. Do I have any rhyme or reason when I do show and share? No. Why is it weird? I mean, there's other things that you could do, but yeah. The fight against the ads. Are you though? Are you? Are you sure? Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Wonder if they're on this side of me. The opposite side. That doesn't help, baby girl. Found it. Thank you. Appreciate you, baby girl. Look, I have watched ads for other people many times, and I am perfectly fine with it.
Leave that there.
Yes, please. Why? It's just roving. It's fine. Java did it. In a sit down and do nothing mode. Heck yeah, Mama Fader. Oh. Well, I ended up having to print out a new pattern for the purse and cut that out. Then I had to take Maple to her appointment, and then when I got home, I had to iron the interfacing on the fabric. Yeah. Ordered 2 things. Now you're like, ugh. How hot is it where you're at, Mama? Because it's too hot here. Oh gosh, I messed up. Only 88. Hi, Tiki Room Bunnies! Hello, how are you? I got a frog.
Hi, are you fighting me?
Not that I need it perfect, but I know where I messed up and I knew when I did it, but yeah. Tiki Room bunnies. How many bunnies do you have that are on stream? Only 88 today? Ugh. Where's my phone? I don't know where my phone is. Baby girl, have you seen my phone? It was hot. It was like 95, 96. Without the heat index.
I am playing. You actually press the button with your butt.
Is my phone on my...
Ow.
Yeah, New York was not made for that.
No.
In case anybody's wondering. 12 in the Tiki Room? Awesome. And if I'm not mistaken, they're all girls, right? And you breed them. Look, I learned a lot lurking on your stream.
I'm trying to get... No, you're...
Or little kids. Okay, that does make sense. Because if they're littles, then... Yeah. 10 to 12 weeks. Oh, awesome. Maple. And you not. My girl. Why are you getting her barking again? Maple. No. Where did I put it? Back there?
Oh, that's my arm.
Understandable. No, she barks at baby girl for who knows what reason. Okay, we're almost to the stitch that I messed up on. I'm like, this does not look like the picture. She's still barking at baby girl. I don't know why she barks at baby girl. Kitty cats are awesome. Thank you. Oh. I told you it's behind me. Time for laser. Stormy! It's actually got an eye. Stretch! Ooh, stretch feels good. Posture check and a hydrate.
No, maybe.
I have different colored lasers, and they're great.
Oh.
They are. But let's see what the high was. Maple. Well, this is a lie because it was in the... Yeah. That is a lie. Did you really leave me a message?
I did not mean to. It's probably just of Maple barking and all the
Probably. Sorry, I'm just deleting notifications. There we go. Done. Self-care combo instead of jump scare. I mean, everybody jump scares me though.
Yeah, that's like basically.
It's part of the process.
It was. Good. But
Did y'all see that?
it was like this dude was like. I said this mind trick, and then out of nowhere, a zombie just drops in your faces. I kind of like that.
But it wasn't a big frog. Thankfully.
I win again.
I don't know how I messed up that bad, but well, you know, it's fine. Stormy, how are you? I hope all is well in your corner of the world. Ooh, and eat Zach eat. Okay, I don't have real food here. I should probably get real food.
I got you.
Oh my gosh. This girl of mine, she really wants this pineapple dino. How cute is that? have to make it larger so that I can. She's adorable. Stormy, I got the fiber from that shop. And I already dropped the link to that shop once and said I do not recommend. It is not what I was supposed to get. At all. I can still review the stuff though. So I'm gonna have to review the stuff. Yeah. And I'm gonna add the pictures. Because I took pictures. So I will tell everybody how amazing a shop is. I will promote them till I'm blue in the face and then still promote them. But if you mess up, not happening. Mama Rita, hello, how are you? I hope all's well in your corner of the world. So the fiber is missing stuff. It is, and I'm not happy about it. I'm still gonna use it. And I'm gonna try my best. But yeah. Maybe add a little something to it. You never know. Let me mark this off. Oh, we're over 200. I feel like we're slacking. It was from the top. Yeah, let me trim that. And then I'll end up getting a new piece. Soon. Not quite yet. But yeah, typically I have no problem promoting good shops. I do all the time.
Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river. Get down on your knees. Come to the mountain while taking in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night.
Also, we will be doing another round of show and share after the ad break. What did I do there? Not what I wanted to. Well then. Hopefully we got enough to go back.
You're broken and you're shattered at the point of no return. You pick up the pieces and you let the bridges burn. So come to the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river.
a new piece after I finish this. But these 2 stitches. Yes, I look over my glasses for that. I have no idea why, but yeah, it makes sense in my brain.
I did. I put like
Eating my food from my plate?
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
or an animal. My animal though. Oh, we got some food. Can I get a fork for the green beans, or are they more like pickles or they're... Okay. I'm gonna need a paper towel. Maple! Stop barking at her. Why are you wearing only one sock? Oh. 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 They're not bad. Pickled green beans. Well, I like pickles. I also saw the most ridiculous thing last night on Insta. This lady's like, why don't we pickle cucumbers? If the lady realized that it says pickled cucumbers instead of pickles? Yeah. Hi, Action, how are you? I hope all is well in your corner of the world. They're pretty good. 10 out of 10, I would buy again. Yeah. Yeah. Like, hello?
I'm gonna finish my.
Okay, baby girl.
I'll just shoot.
Yes, tomorrow is her last dose.
Yay, Maple!
Ooh, those are good too. And non-broad.
Get Miss Quick. Excited.
But she's not the only person. Like, other people are like, wait. Oh my gosh, baby girl. Melissa's back! Yay!
I just got two.
Oh my gosh, babies. Where's her bone? He's worn out, heck yeah. Yeah, she been chewing on it.
Occupy.
Hey, at least I'm breathing.
It is extra hot here again today, so we're melting as we're stitching.
I was like, it's at 2? And then like, it turned to 3 and it's like 9.
Depends on what one you're using. Like this one here, I had it put at 4.
Waiting for a reason to laugh, to sing.
Oh gosh, there you go. Didn't realize it was off screen.
All my time to figure out just how. I've been spending way too many thoughts on what went
I'm trying to finish this. We're almost half done with the frame part though.
must come down.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is what goes
I know.
up.
Not much.
I
Yeah. She's my maple bear.
At last, I'm standing.
No.
I know
Cats.
Baby girl, we're gonna get her a teddy bear cut.
I can. I
Not anytime right soon.
can't. That's quick.
Baby girl's hair there.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, she's being really... Hiya, hello, how are you? I hope all's well in your corner of the world. We're attempting to finish this today. I'm not sure if it's doable, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna have to move my hoop again.
No.
We are almost half done with the border. Oh! Kaya Maple got her cone and her stitches off today. Cone removed, stitches pulled out. She's a happy girl.
She's such an happy puppy. Just butter.
I'm happy that, you know, everything healed well with her. Yeah, she does that. We got some carrots.
I ate a carrot. Carrots. I sure they were good.
Okay. Not that I had just recently bought these. Maple! Maybe she does have to go potty. She looked at you like, yeah, you did it for me.
Come here, press it.
That was funny.
Come here. Here. Poor Java. I'm chasing him.
That was fun. Got home from the gym? Heck yeah! So Maple has hit the button a few times now, and yeah, I'm excited about that. She's getting it. Hi, Java. It is super extra hot here again today. Jody actually approved me working on this today. I mean, I do what I want. There to the Frodo side-eye. That is all. Are you really? That's great. Love it. Ten out of 10. I approve. Did Asta move yet? Or is she still blocking you from doing everything? Just wondering.
You got me stranded like a branch in the wind. Tell me what you
Moved her ages ago, put pillowcase in the empty cube. She hasn't moved. Awesome.
I want what you won't. You left me empty-handed.
I feel like I knew that.
I'm drying up in the sun like an empty gun. Oh, there's nothing I wouldn't do now. No. Oh, my dear, I won't
But yeah.
victory, not the despair. I can't stand those sad, sad eyes. Not one more time. Oh, it's
Middles of the rest now? Heck yeah.
oh, my love.
Got this.
Bit a little ice.
Pick me up when I'm feeling down.
Wait, are you talking foosball?
Can't stand to
Like real foosball, not water ball foosball?
far from home.
That's exciting, Jody. How many squares are in that blanket? Because that's the one that Calyx is working on too, right?
You are my desire, the reason I'm still here. Oh, ask me anything, I swear. I know
Also, we're about half done with this order. Yeah.
I want victory, not the despair.
12 by 14. That's not bad.
Annabelle even said that she's happy that Nathan got her coat off.
But yeah, because now she can't plow into Annabelle.
That's
Oh, I thought she-
Gonna lurk for a while. Okay, Kaya. Totally understandable. But I'm slowly catching up to the amount of hours streamed to how many hundred stitches. Which is awesome. We're almost there. We're almost to 300 stitches, and we're about 3 hours into stream. Even though, like, can we really count that first half hour? Can we?
Nathan does.
No, because we complained about that shop. Yes.
I'm not hiding anything. I think you